Hello everyone and welcome. Today and over the next couple of days, we're going to be going over every single world record in 150cc for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm also going to have some fun facts that I have written down to go along with these, but we're going to try and analyze and watch the world records and break them down for you guys, as well as just, some fun facts along the way. So let's get started. So a couple fun facts about this world record. This is the most recent world record out of any world record you'll be seeing today from a week ago. And this is also Byron's only world record in the entire game. And this track also has the lowest amount of total world records in the Nitros. So that's okay, interesting Kusan slide over there. I don't think that's what was done in previous world records. Nice little spin drift to get into there. 8 coins already. And yeah, you're gonna use this shroom and do motion. Okay. Okay, I think on 200 you just drift to the right. And on 150 you try and get an extra mini turbo in there. It's also a very strange combo. Ankling, cat cruiser, cushion wheels is definitely one of the world record combos of all time. But yeah, we're gonna see him get the final coin. I think, yeah, on the right side of the coin. Probably the... Okay, I think it was the left one there. Kind of hard to tell. You might be able to tell, whatever Mario Kart 8 Deluxe records, the YouTube channel uploads their world records, you'll be able to see what exact coins they take, because it's not a ghost that they show, instead of like a live record. Which I don't know how they do that, but if somehow I found out how to do that, I would definitely do that. But anyways, final motion glider. I wonder if this will ever turn into a 133 eventually, but this is a great record by Ryan, 134.064. Alright, next up we have Water Park. And the fun fact for this track is that there are 26 players who have had the world record on this category, which is the highest of any track in the game on 150cc. Now, I haven't checked 200cc for these fun facts, so I'm just gonna lay that out there that it's only going to be for 150, all these fun facts, especially if there's like a highest or lowest sort of fun fact about them. Also, want to quickly mention these. I'm separating these into like 30-40 minute chunks just because I want you guys to be able to consume it much easier. Because whenever I find videos that are longer than like 2 hours, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch all this. But you know, if it's like 30-40 minutes long and it's over a couple days, then I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's just a me thing. But I feel like a lot of people share that sentiment. Anyways, let's get into this world record. We got this nice mini turbo glider. It used to be you do a UMT there, but that has changed. And now you just do a mini turbo glider to do motion, which is, it's kind of counterintuitive. If you think about it, normally you'd want the bigger boost, like even a mushroom boost like we saw in Mario Kart Stadium. But for Water Park, all you need is a mini turbo. So yeah, you get the double ultra mini turbo on this. That's actually a lot harder to do than you might think. Oh, you used the shroom there. I had not seen that shroom strat before. Okay, but you just used that tiny little shortcut there, I guess. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there's also a semi-pace lock. I mean, if you're too slow, that little anti-grav booster water park thingy can mess you up. Is that a Ferris wheel? Like, what even is the thing that you drive on there? It's like a water park Ferris wheel? I don't know. Wait, where are you using the lap? Oh, UMT. Okay. Interesting. I had no idea what the shroom strats were there, and just learned that, so cool. Okay, now for Sweet Sweet Canyon, I don't have any fun facts about this one. Couldn't find anything. Now, that's going to be the case for some of these tracks, but let's just watch the world record. I haven't seen this world record yet, so that's gonna be our fun from this track today. But yeah, we got Yoshi Scooty, which is strange because I thought it was Bitty Buggy for the longest time, but maybe that was 200cc. But yeah, You go for the wide coins. Interesting. My guess is that you get the tight coins on lap 2. Okay, you go left path. So I think left path is faster. And maybe the point is that I think on 200 you go for the right side on lap 1 and then left side on lap 2 and lap 3. But it looks like here we're going to grab the 2 coins and only have 1 left, so I think... Where would the last coin come from, though? That's the only thing. Are you going to only have 9 coins for the rest of the race? Or are you going to go right side here, maybe? Okay, you do go right side. Is it maybe... Is it left, right, left? Or do you go right side on 150? Because on 200 you go left, because you can go over that little... what do you call that? That frosting on the left there? Of the left path? You do that on 200, so maybe that's the case for... 150, or not the case for 150, and you just go right side. Well, let's see. Also, I'm surprised they don't go for a UMT on that long turn, the like SMT UMT. It's probably just not possible. Okay, so yeah, they do go right side laps 2 and 3. But yeah, it's just different on 200, I guess. It's just the exact opposite. You go left, right, right. And then, oh, no Kusan slide either. Surprised about that. And for Thwomp Ruins, I have a couple fun facts for you guys. So, Panda's the only player to have a world record on this track after the Genzo glider was discovered on this track, which I went over in this video, which you can look for in the description. And this also has the highest world record count at 155 out of all the Nitro tracks. So, yeah. Pretty fun stuff. So yeah, I've already kind of gone over this in that video that I previously mentioned, but there might be a couple things I don't remember, so we're gonna watch it back. I believe you go on the right side for those coins, like the anti-grab section, which I feel like is kind of weird, but at the same time it makes sense because of how many coins there are. You get these last 3 coins there, and then I think you get the last one on the little like stick ramp. I don't even know what you call it. What would you call the Thwomp Ruins? Like, what would you call this ramp right here? I don't know. We're gonna call it the stick ramp. We got Genzo glider to the left of the pillar. That's just insane stuff. Still can't believe to this day that it's possible on 150 and on this track. It's just ridiculous. But yeah. Yeah, you drift to the left here, and then you try... Okay. It's just so smooth. I don't know if Panda's ever going to go for a 146 here. That would be very sick. I don't know if it's like... I don't know where the time save would come from, necessarily. I don't know if the Genzo glider's not optimal, or maybe, like, I don't know. The underwater section is not as optimal because you can maybe get the mini turbos faster. I really have no idea. Oh, also you go on the glider here on lap 3. I kind of forgot about this. You drift off. Oh, I thought you might get a super mini turbo there, but nope, not quite. It's very cool how you go different sides all 3 laps for that middle section. You go right and then left and then middle. That's pretty cool. But yeah, final Genzo glider. You don't even have to go onto the track. You can just go to left here into the finish line. Yeah, nice. So the fun fact about Mario Circuit is going to take a long time, so let's just get right into the run. But the fun fact for Mario Circuit is that this track has had 10 unique carts, which is the most I've seen out of Nitros. I don't know if this is the most for any track. It's definitely more than any DLC track, I can tell you that for sure. But the 10 unique carts are Circuit Special, Streetle, Cat Cruiser, Splat Buggy, Silver Arrow, Yoshi Bike, Sports Coupe, Bitty Buggy, and Ink Striker. So those 10 carts have been used in world records on this track, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because, you know, at the beginning of this game's lifespan, there wasn't too many, things known about what would be faster in this game, so it makes sense that, like, at the beginning, there would be a lot, but, it's kind of juggled between quite a few different carts even after that has happened. Like, Yoshi Bike is also very interesting that, that shortcut's very nice. I also didn't see where the first 2 shrooms were used because I was reading off the all the 10 carts, but if I had to guess, it was probably a double shroom cut in the first one, like the one where you just saw the single shroom use. But yeah, anyways, do you get a UMT here? Oh, nice. Very cool that you get to go off the side here. Very unique glider section there. A lot of these world records are very satisfying, by the way, and this is no different. Double SMT here. And what's very cool about Mario Kart Deluxe in general is that you're not going to see the same shroom spot at every lap because of the fact that there's coins, which is it's kind of exciting. There's, I think, Mario Kart Wii, widely regarded as probably a top 2 game, doesn't even have that. A lot of the times in the world's records, you get the same shroom spot every time. Now, for Toad Harbor's fun fact, I forgot to double check this, but I think this is the highest, at least of the Nitros. It might be one of the highest in the game, but 82.5% of the time, so like a duration of the world record held in this game, has been held by Japanese players, which is pretty cool. I think it's definitely the most in the Nitros. I'm almost positive of that, but I haven't checked the others. I know it's not the most in the game because there's going to be one in part, later on, I'm not going to spoil it, where someone has, or one nation has 100% of the duration of the world records. But anyways, this might be the only varmint world record in the Nitros. I don't think it's the only varmint world record in the game, because there's a couple on the 200. Don't know if it's the only one in 150. I might double check that and put on screen if there is. But anyways, this world record is just very exciting. Like, probably one of my favorite world records. I'm gonna probably, since I did this for 200cc as well, feel free to check out that video. Well, it was more like a stream, but there's a couple top players that joined me as well to break down the world records, and I will say this will go into my top 10 favorite world records, I think. I don't know where to place, but this is just so fun. Like, Toad Harbor has some insane, unique strats that no other track does, and it's mainly because of this ending section with the trams and, the super bounces that you can get from it and the Kusan slides. This whole section is, like, one of my favorites in the game to watch back. Like, look at this! Launch trick into the tram! Like, isn't that so insane? But yeah. Anyways. This world record, I don't know where it's going to be placed in the top 10 in terms of my favorites, but it's definitely up there. And, oh, you actually shroom here! Oh, that's because the tram blocks you lap 3, I remember. Yeah. You're going to see what I'm talking about a little bit later. I think on lap 3, this is another track where you, in one section, just like Thwomp Ruins, you do something different all 3 laps. I believe you're going to go on the right here and get like a Kusan slide off the boost ramp, the last one. So, like, yep, there you go. And the tram blocks you, so that's a pace lock. And maybe you could be that at some point, but I doubt it. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Now, for Twisted Mansion, we got Vincent with a 153.210. The fun fact for this is Vincent's second world record on this track, the current one that we're watching. And he's not even top 5 in duration held, so he's less than 5%, which I think is the lowest out of the Nitros. A lot of these I forgot to double check because there's just so many different types of fun facts, but yeah, another Yoshi Scooty world record from Vincent. This will be very cool and interesting to watch. I think this is another one where it used to be Biddy after the, Wave 4 balance changes, but it's been reverted to Scooty, I believe, because of the fact that the drift is just better for the turns. But yeah, for Biddy, you can kind of drift tighter initially, whereas Scooty kind of drifts wider initially. So, you know, for different tracks, that's going to have different types of results, I guess, in terms of how much faster each kart's going to be. But they have the same stats, so that's why, and they're both the highest mini turbo kart, so that's why you're going to see them in a lot of world records today. Oh, very interesting. You like Kusan? Well, maybe it's not a Kusan slide, but you like slide to the left to get a mini turbo to the right. That's very cool. I had never seen that before. And here you're gonna get the UMT glider here and do some motion glider. Yep. Also, I think you might hit the boo on lap 3, which is very funny. You're gonna see a little noise come out of him, but maybe he doesn't hit him because he's just better. But we'll see. Is he gonna do the same thing here? Okay, no, you can just get the double trick. So yeah, that's gonna be faster if you can achieve it. Wow. Despite getting that right mini turbo, I thought he'd be a lot wider in the cut, but nope, just perfectly tight. Insane stuff. Yeah, actually, no, I do remember. This did used to be Biddy for a while. Even after the balance changes. Might have... You know, Vincent's 2 world records might be the... Oh, it didn't hit the boo! What the heck? Do you get only a mini turbo here, or do you get a... Okay, no, you do get a super mini. Okay. Cool. Never seen that world record before. That was a awesome experience. And now we have Shy Guy Falls Yerson with the 155-171. Now for this one, the fun fact is Yerson has the lowest duration held in terms of, out of all the tracks, they all have a list on the website of MarioKartWorldRecords.com. You have the list of, actually I'm just going to play this and explain it, but they have a list of basically the highest duration held by any player in terms of like percentage, and I believe Yerson is the lowest out of like all the players for the top player in this. So like a lot of players have greater than 30. Usually it doesn't go much higher than like 55%. And you know, the outliers are like greater than 60, I would say. But yeah, having less than 25% for the game's duration, having this world record is being the lowest is kind of interesting. You'd think it'd be a lot wider of a margin. But yeah, did he just not get that coin, by the way? Am I crazy? I'm going to need to rewatch that. Is that... There's no way that's on purpose, right? That he misses the coin? Anyways. Maybe I just missaw it. And he actually did get the coin and I'm just tripping. I'm going to count the coins here, actually. Because I'm curious. It would be 1, 2. And then it would be... Also, this strat is very fun. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he definitely missed one. Is that on purpose? There's no way that's on purpose, right? I mean, I guess that's a pace lock there, so maybe it's just keeping him slow. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy and you're not supposed to go for that coin. It loses too much time. Because sometimes, even though coins may look like they're worth it to go for, sometimes they're just not, because you can get them later, and you lose time normally by going for coins. So if you have to go too far out of your way to get them, it's not going to be worth it in a world record run. But I don't know. That coin just felt like it was way too close to not go for, you know? Anyways. Let's enjoy the rest of this run. Also, this final disc here is super, super hard. Like, almost no one online goes for it. The way they do it in the world record, where you do a mini turbo and hop, because you can sometimes just clip... Oh, interesting. Yeah, because you don't need the ultra mini turbo at the end, so you just get a mini turbo and drift and get a super mini turbo. Now we have Sunshine Airport. Vincent's 156.971 is the only 156 on this track. That's the only fun fact I have on this track. Some tracks don't have super duper fun facts. You know, if I tried to find a fun fact for every track, I think it would take way too long. But also, if you don't know, my load times take forever, so sometimes I'll just cut them out because of how long it takes. But you guys have probably realized that by now. Anyways, another Yoshi Teddy world record, back to back. Also, Vincent's very good at these. At the very beginning, you saw him do like 3 different hops to get good alignment. He also does that on Daisy Circuit, which we'll go over. But it's very funny that he has world records on tracks where you utilize that tech, you know, which is that's cool. Cool stuff. Also, I love that you can barely fly by the wing of the airplane there. You can also trick off that, by the way. That's your fun fact right there. You can trick off the plane. You have to get perfect timing, which is a cool Easter egg that Nintendo put in, which I should definitely make a video on Easter eggs. But regardless. Oh, also, I'm pretty sure there was like a Twitter video I saw the other day of someone clipping the... I might be able to find it actually and put it on screen for you guys, but someone clips the boost panel right before that shortcut, and it makes you go like insanely fast into the shortcut. It might not be faster because, you know, the boost carries you mid-air, so it's not like it'll, you know, save too much time. It might save something though, is the thing. So maybe if there's like a tool assisted run of this, then that'd be cool. And also, tool assist is technically available, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just super hard to do. So when we get more tool assists of this game, I will definitely make a video on that, because that is a very fun topic, and I really want to see a full tool assisted like run that's faster than world record. Once that happens, I will definitely make a video on it. That's for sure. And like the history of tasks in this game, because it's very short because of how Nintendo runs this game in general. But anyways, I didn't really talk about this world record, but yeah, next one. And now we have Stir's 151.951 on Dolphin Shoals. I also don't have another fun fact for this one, but yeah, let's get right into the run. Yeah, this is fun though, because this might be the only street world record in the original tracks, if I'm not mistaken. There's a couple of them in the DLC, I know that for sure. Is there another one in the Nitros? I doubt it. Oh, Streetle might have the world record on Cheap Cheap Beach, now that I think about it. Anyways, this eel is super hard to get good. You really need those last two tricks on the eel, by the way, to carry your speed into the trick ramp. That's probably the most important part of the track. That's what saves a ton of time here, and yeah, Stir's just going to get this perfect all 3 laps, because whatever track Stir touches just gets annihilated. Like, I'm not even kidding. This guy's ridiculous. And he doesn't play the game much anymore, if at all. So the fact that this record still stands is kind of insane. Okay, there doesn't look like you can get the final eel super well. So maybe that's a way to improve this, if there's any way to improve this. But yeah. Also, this motion glider is insane. That looks like it's not too hard to do, but trust me, the amount of motion glider I've done online on this track, getting it that good with one shroom is just so insane. You have to time it basically perfectly. Literally everything. The motion itself, the shroom timing, and getting around the corner super tight, all of that takes a lot. But yeah, okay, so he gets it on lap 3. Maybe the eel's just too far on the right or something to go for that double trick at the end of it. Yeah, final mushroom into the finish line. Barely getting the sub, and the only 151 on Dolphin Shoals. Alberto has a 155.086 on Electrodrome. Fun fact for this is that he also has the world record on Tour de CC, the one where you do the insane, crazy Gensua glider, which I go over with Alberto himself, and like the history of how that happened and stuff in the Tour de CC live stream I did. But yeah, that's only the case, the fact that he has 150 and 200, that's only the case for one other track in the Nitros. In total, I think there's probably like 6, 7, maybe 8 tracks where that's the case. But yeah, it's not going to be Alberto that has both 150 and 200 on a different track. It's going to be someone else, but yeah. Kind of cool that someone can just completely dominate one track in this game. It's crazy, but yeah. For this track in particular, I love how like the snaking on that middle part is just so unique. SMT UMT glider here is also pretty crazy. You almost never get that online. It's possible, but like you have to do a lot of things to make that happen. We also motion glider here. Very satisfying to get that. Basically almost falling off the, not the track, but oh yes, I forgot there's a super mini turbo there that you get where you just bump into the wall 3 times. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, this track has insanely satisfying driving in general. Just almost falling off the track for a bunch of it. You only get a mini turbo and ultra mini turbo instead of... Okay, interesting. I think maybe it's because you don't have to go for the coins. Maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, it's just like you're grinding the edge barely. On almost every turn. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that looks so silly. Bumping into that. That looked like a little bit of a mess up. I'm not too sure how much time that lost. Probably not much of anything, but yeah. Oh no, you definitely don't go for that coin, right? I'm probably remembering wrong. My goldfish memory is not helping me here. Oh yeah, also another instance where you mini turbo drift to get just a super mini turbo instead of an ultra going to the finish line. Very cool world record. And we have the first F world record. And let me tell you guys, F is an incredible player. He always gets huge leads over the rest of everyone else in the world. And just to demonstrate that, he's the only 140 on this track. Another fun fact about this track in general is that 85 out of the 89 total world records set on this track have been set by the nations of Netherlands and Japan. And I think the only Netherlands player is Stir. I might have to double check that, but the fact that it's Stir and Japan holding all the world records on this track is ridiculous. Also, this is one of the rare tracks that used to have ties because of the sectional parts of this game. So I remember when that used to be a thing. That was so cool when world record ties were super common. And you could see like someone was clearly ahead of another person towards the end of the track. But yeah, anyways. This by the way, this Ultra Mini Turbo rock clip is so hard. And I know it doesn't look like he gets it because you don't get the little animation, but there's also like a phantom hit you can get. Also, this is ridiculous. The fact that you get a drift off, like an extra mini turbo before then too, and get the Ultra Mini Turbo is crazy. Yeah, F just loves, like, once he finds a track he loves driving, he just will be an absolutely crazy person when it comes to hunting down the record. And, you know, he's most infamous for Waluigi Stadium. This is another one of those tracks where he's just absolutely grinded the heck down to basically leave no room for improvement. And I believe in my top 10 like world records video in terms of not my favorites but strongest world records, I guess, or best world records, I forgot what I called it, but in that, this I believe was like number 8 or 9 or something like that. And it still stands to this day, so pretty cool stuff. And yeah, of course, get this Super Mini Turbo, bump into the wall to get a 545. Very awesome stuff. And we have another F world record. This one, instead of having a point, actually was Mount Wario a 0.6? It might have been a 0.6 lead. Might be 0.5. I'll double check it in the editing. But anyways, he has a 0.3 lead over Alberto in second place, even though there's pace locks on this track, which is just ridiculous. No fun facts for this one, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. And I'll show you exactly where the pace locks come from. It's mainly coming from the fact that the lightning strikes down, you know, on certain parts where you want to get the boost panel to get the Ultra Mini Turbo Glider. So you're going to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, start shroom here. And I believe there's not going to be a shroom used until the end of lap 3 because of how bad the pace locks are. But yeah, that is an insane mini turbo trick. And it's even, or not mini turbo trick, super bounce. But it's even more insane than just a super bounce because a super bounce wouldn't get that sort of jolt that you saw. He gets like a clip in the bounce pad, which is just crazy. But yeah, you're gonna see lap 1, he gets the Ultra Mini Turbo Glider just fine. But I'm not sure if you can get it all laps. I know in the Shroomless World Record you don't. But you might get it in this just because, you know, it is the Shroom World Record after all. And I forgot where he gets the final 2 coins. Oh, you do this all 3 laps? Okay, that makes sense why he's a 0.3 lead then. Because that is one of the most difficult strats in the game. I would have to wager. Like, it's so insane how he gets that. I don't think I've probably gotten that once, and after trying for so long. Okay, you do get it on lap 2. Is it maybe you don't get it on lap 3? Because that's where you use the last 2 shrooms is on lap 3, and I'm guessing it's to get the Ultra Mini Turbo Glider as well. But yeah, we'll see. Does he do it here as well? There's no way. Oh, he got it all 3 laps. That's so crazy. I believe he's probably the only person in the world that does this, where you do it all 3 laps. I don't even think Alberto was doing that in his 0.5 record. Yeah. Yeah, you can't get it here on lap 3. That's what the pace lock is. Oh! That's why probably no one can beat this. Except for F. Is because... Okay, use it on the landing. I think before you used it in the air to get a better motion glider. But yeah. Reason why this is probably not going to go down any further is because of that final lightning bolt there. But yeah. Nice record by F. So I mentioned earlier that Yersin had the lowest duration of any top player held on a track. Army has the highest out of the Nitros with a 64.3% duration held. So usually anything higher than 60 is like a huge anomaly. And yeah, Army has 64.3. Now, if you watched my video about Hyrule Circuit, you'll know that Mr. L had almost 80%. I think it was like 76 or something. I don't know if that's going to be the highest out of any world record. Out of the OG tracks, because DLC is going to be a little bit different because they all came out just a couple years ago. But yeah. Anyways, this is a very hard track to time trial, I'd say, with all these bumps. It's just like semi-RNG almost, I would say. Also, what? What do you mean? That's crazy. Usually if you drift that tight onto a glider, also just casually getting the Ultra Mini Turbo there, usually if you drift too tight going onto the glider, it just won't give you the glider. But he gets a Mini Turbo trick and then drifts even tighter to get a Mini Turbo off the glider. Okay, that's where you get the last coin. I was wondering where it's going to come from. Yeah, those bumps are so hard to deal with. Kind of crazy. Yeah, look at this. Like, what? That's just crazy. And then Super Mini Turbo into the Nisk. That didn't look so good. That Nisk didn't look nearly as pristine as laps. I think they did it on lap 1, right? But it didn't look as good as it was on lap 2. That's for sure. So there's maybe even room for improvement here. Okay, that looked a little bad as well. Probably save a little bit from that. Final cut. Don't need the Ultra Mini Turbo. Just need the Super Mini Turbo to carry you into the finish line. Nice record by Army. Now we have Vincent with a 157.655 on Bowser's Castle. This is one of Vincent's signature tracks. I would say he's held the world record on this track for a long time. I believe, yeah. My fun fact was supposed to be that this is the longest world record held in the Nitros. I think it's at 580 something, right? Yes, 582. That's the longest standing world record in the Nitros. Now there's going to be a couple world records approaching the 1,000-day mark in the next coming days. I will be talking about those extensively. But yeah, this is also, just like Toad Harbor, this will probably be in my top 10 favorite world records, I would say, because of just the strats you get mainly on this section of the track, like, and how satisfying it is. This whole ending is just crazy. Ultra Mini Turbo Glider. Landing as close to the cut as possible. And also this beginning, I thought you would just like mini turbo back and forth, but that appears to be the fastest because, you know, you just want to stay as tight as possible. Also, getting a trick off that ramp specifically, the first one, is very hard to do, especially online. I miss it all the time, and I don't know why, but it just has weird properties. Actually, okay, I was remembering this record wrong. I thought maybe you'd like there's a strat online where on that left side you can actually like trick and do a little turn skip, but I don't think he does that on any part here, so maybe that won't be. Just that alone will probably keep it off my top 10 favorite world records. Anyways, let's watch this final lap. Does he go left? Okay, he goes right. So right, left, right. Very interesting. You can't do it on this right side, by the way. Which is, yeah. Crazy stuff. Crazy that you can do it on the left side, but not the right, even though they have, like, basically the same properties. And there you go. 157.6655. And the final world record we're going to be going over in this video is Alberto's 158.302 on Rainbow Road. I don't have a fun fact for this, except for the fact that this might be the only track to use brake in all of the Nitros. I believe there's probably a couple more tracks in general that use brake, but, you know, generally you'd want to be going as fast as possible, so using brake wouldn't really make sense to be using in a world record. We're trying to go as literally fast as possible. But the reason why, and it's not going to be used this lap, it's going to be used on lap 2. This turn right here gives a lot of problems. Okay, actually does use it on lap 1. I did not remember that correctly. But, yeah, you get this coin here. That motion is very hard to do, by the way. And you're also going to be seeing this track in a future video where I'm going to be time trialing it, which I haven't finished that video yet in terms of what I need to do in terms of driving, but you guys will see it hopefully fairly soon. Anyways, have all 10 coins. Also, I forgot to use it on that part right there. On 200cc, you definitely use a lot of brake on a ton of tracks, but for 150, it's pretty rare that you're going to use brake. Yeah, use it on this turn as well. Also, this motion glider is crazy. The fact that you go out the very left of that glider and still get it is incredible. But yeah, Ultra Mini Turbo, the double Ultra Mini Turbo strat here, I believe was found not too long ago. I think it was probably like a year and a half ago, found by Alberto, I believe. Or at least, I think he's the only person to have that strat in the world record. Also, this is another one of those tracks where you have a different shroom strat every time, I think, right? Or no, I think it's the same shroom strat laps 1 and 3. Yeah, because it's right here. Catch that boost panel. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit like on the video and subscribe. Forgot to mention subscribe early on. Bad YouTuber stuff by me, but yeah. Look forward to the next parts coming up. So I'm going to be splitting over the next 3 days. It'll be every 12 hours, the uploads. So look forward to that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.